Sun is up, seas are flat, wind is fairly light. Should be straightforward hooking up to the dock, but we'll see. Every time I do this, it's an exercise. Pray in Jesus' name that it goes smoothly, that we get the boat loaded in timely fashion and not be delayed. I think I'm about as prepared as I can be to go in here, so I just hope that I came early enough to avoid traffic. Train rumbling through. Thank you. I'll grab this bow line and am I gonna have enough room there for you to get in there though?
We should be okay.
Okay. I can always move it back further if that'll help. I'll put it on that cleat there. Why don't I move it back just a little bit more? Here, you hold that line, I'll let it back a little more, that way you guys have more room. You can bring her back to that cleat at least. How's that gonna be for those? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You got room there?
Yeah.
You got room to back up? Okay. Mistake on the boat hook. I didn't have that set up right, but we made it anyway. All right, we still got cameras rolling, so. You gonna make okay? Good. I thought I might get here earlier enough to miss all the traffic, but you guys must be serious fishermen, so. You guys have good luck. ready to back in. Let's hope this works. See what we can do here, how it goes in the end. And back up. Let's see what we got here. Let the winch rest a little bit. Morning. How are you today?
I was wondering about you.
Were you?
During the week it was pretty rough.
Well, you had to pick your days to go. That's it.
Hey, I see he's still out there. That's a terrible day.
Yeah, if you're talking about the one, I had probably 50 mile an hour straight line winds.
Today,
Yeah.
I work for the city, and I always come and check.
Oh,
And I seen your truck, and I said, "Oh, you must be just."
I was in a protected area up down by that high cliff
Yeah.
by the resort there. And I thought it was well protected. Well, the waves just came right around that point, and the wind wasn't the problem. It was the waves rolling me pretty badly.
Well, you had a couple more days. After that, I was calling them.
Yeah.
Somebody go look for you.
Well, police were looking for me anyway.
Oh, they were, eh?
Yeah, they saw the rig parked there for so long.
I was watching too. I said, if he's not out by the weekend, I'm gonna have to call somebody.
They called my hometown and then called my daughter. She was out on a trip in South Dakota.
That's good. At least I'm not the only one looking.
No, yeah, I do carry emergency signaling devices with me. I have satellite, so I communicate like with my daughter. She told him right away, you know, I've been talking to him today. But yeah, that one wind was a bad one.
That's why I was wondering that kid. I hope he's safe.
I watch the winds pretty close. If it's anything over 10, I don't usually go. And that keeps me out of trouble. Letting this cool a little bit. It's kind of undersized for this rig. All right, that's pretty good, I think. Getting hot. All right, we'll get out of your way so you can go fish. How you been doing fishing, by the way?
Good.
Have you?
I don't like it here, but I went out yesterday to another lake and I did really good. 29 and a half, 28, 27.
What are you catching?
Walleye.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I didn't do much fishing. I mean, it just, I usually just fish to eat anyway, and I just didn't get around to it. I ended up doing more hiking and stuff like that. All right, get to work. Well, the sun is low. Get the gangplank off. Okay, there we go. Get the kayak decking off. One thing at a time until we get it all. Let's need to get the other tie downs for the stern. Securing strap. Put these stern straps on, and I'll strap for the swim ladder so it doesn't fall down on the highway. Plugs out. Cover the hole here so that we don't get, what do you call them, mud daubers filling that up. Oh, I know what I did. I put it up on top of the roof. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me. Why would I put it on the roof? Let's get this. I never did stop the tracking here. Cover for the grill and the cover for the bimini. Put that up there. Thank you, Lord. It went well. Tie up the mooring lines here so they don't leave the boat going down the highway. Take all the tablets off. Put those inside. I'm going to need the cables for the car, so put those inside right now. Put the tablets inside. It's going to get hot for quickly today. I already feel it. All right, take the flags off. Put those inside. There's always a lot of things to do. I just keep working at it. Let's go ahead and put those knee pads out there so I got those handy when I'm ready for them. Okay, let's open the windows here. Cabin as cool as we can because we got work to do and both in and out. Keep that open. Let's go ahead and take the windshields off. Actually, I could take the grill first, I guess. Get that out of the way. Cover on first. I parked behind here so I can work without having a whole crew of people coming down and watching me and talking to me, I'm trying to get work done. It's hard to do that and accomplish work at the same time. So, all right, take this inside. Some projects done. Fuel tank's got to come out too. Might as well take those off because they're going to have to go in the back of the truck. Didn't like the lightness, the look of lightness on the hitch coming in here, or after I loaded. No, maybe I took it too far with the We're still working on the windshields. Well, I should be making good time. I shouldn't have any rush today with what I'm trying to accomplish. I got in really early. I need some water right away. Already I'm thirsty. I'll start drinking water. And then eventually I need to look at our checklist. But we'll get things done first and then see where we're at. But drink some now. All right, top's got to come off, so they put the pipe screwdriver up on the roof, so we're ready for that. Let's go ahead and put some stuff in the truck first. Yeah, I wear knee pads because my truck's got this really rough bottom seal coat on it, which is great, but it's really hard on your knees. Feel of it, or grit to it. Well, the old winch pulled it out again today. Thankfully, you always it grunts and groans. Too much for that particular winch. Right, let's see what we got here. Fuel tanks. All right, what else? I've got the ladders, but I'm using those. So my bucket line can go in the head and on the lines. Oh yeah, I need to take the sounder off too. More things to do. I think we're done with the winch. Pull the plug on that, put the cover back on. Plug the lights back in. Gonna need this on the other side for putting the kayak up. I wasn't intending to have to carry that thing all the way over here, but forgot to load it. Got to, the other guy was waiting. I got to untie the other side first. He was waiting and I didn't want him to wait any longer, so. All right, the lines are over there. Now the lights should come back on. That reset, yeah, they did. So that's looking good. I suppose I should get the solar off first before it gets hot. Well, I don't know why the hitch is so light. It should not be light. I weighed it, unless I got the wrong weight, which is possible. I may have to redo it again. We did it, 4 times, 5 times now? 4 times, I guess. This pad up here so we can, oh no, I got to get the cover on first. But put this up there to protect the window and the side of the truck. Where's the cover? You take the knee pads off. Really need those on top, so. On now. Like I said, I'm not sure how much good it does, but all right, the stern has to go over there. Quite the job for an old man. Makes me huff and puff, that's for sure. All right, let's get that up into position. That may be too far. Yeah, it's about right. Okay, we're good on that. Might as well go ahead and put some straps around it. Like I say, it's a real job to do all this stuff. Well, good morning, folks. Heading out of Long Lac, Ontario. The boat out this morning, prepared it for, picked up some gas and about 255 miles to Grand Marais, Minnesota, and that's where we'll stay overnight tonight. Visit with some friends there, have dinner out, enjoy the time. The road trip should be good. The weather's fine. It's nice and blue and hardly a cloud in the sky. Temperatures are a little warm, but overall it should be a good drive home. And we'll update you a little bit later when we get into Grand Marais. I'll just turn you around here right now just so you can see the countryside in this area. You've seen the last few days when I was on the lake. Although along the roadway here you probably have a little bit more development, of course. The town of Long Lac is very small, and then there's an Indian community just to the west. I'm not sure what the population of both are, but I'm guessing maybe 2,000 at the most. It's a small town, small community. All the people that I met were very friendly and outgoing, easy to talk to. There were people that knew I was out there watching for me, were concerned about some of the winds that the lake can develop. It was nice to have people aware. Now it looks like in this area there was quite a fire that went through quite a few years ago because a lot of the young trees are growing up quite a bit. So it looks like at least 10 years. Pretty well burned over this whole area. We're just now kind of adjacent to southeast corner of Lake Nipigon. Just down the road here, we'll pick up a little bit of the water from that lake. Lots of traffic today, trucks mostly. I was just thinking of a place to pull off to have a little snack. There's a place right there, but there's a truck park there. I don't really want to do that. I'm looking for maybe down by the lake. Further on, there will have a place that we can pull off, so we'll see. Some more area here that I think was affected by the burn. Not all of it right adjacent to the road, I don't think, but up on the hillsides, looks like there might be part of the fire. The growth looks a little bit newer, but it's hard to tell. Beautiful area through here. You can't see the bridge, but there's a beautiful bridge right there on the right, part of the Lake Nipigon too. Unfortunately, it's out of your range. Just for reference, again, we're on about the southeast corner of Lake Nipigon. That's part of the lake right there. That's another turnout I could have used, but there's a truck there too. That would have been a little better one. At least it's got a nice view. And here we come with the Palisades. Lighting isn't very good, but pretty much straight overhead, so you're not getting much reflection off the cliffs. But pretty. Beautiful cliff sides on the other side of the arm there too. Beautiful day, man. Fantastic day to be driving down through here. More of the Palisades. Look for another spot down here to pull off. There might be another one by the lake here. Can't tell. Is that? Oh, that's a building there, but it's not a pull out. It's just a development there. We're part of the town. As I know it. Part of the arm of Nipigon again. I can't remember if it's a southeast arm or what they call it. 25 miles into the city of Nipigon. More Palisades. Looking for a pullout, but I haven't seen one yet. May have to wait until we get down to the lake that's just on the north side of the town of Nipigon. We'll see. Dramatic terrain and a beautiful day to view it. Be nice to have the sun a little bit further over to the west, but you got to take what you can when you can. Curvy road down through the terrain there. That's kind of a pretty sight. Now if I could just find a pullout here, this would be a beautiful spot to do that. Again, we're just about 25 miles north of this town of Nipigon on Lake Superior. Yeah, the old engine shifts down way too much. I have the cruise on most of the time, but in this hilly terrain, it just overcompensates sometimes, so I have to turn it off. Yeah, here's the Nipigon Bridge, kind of a unique bridge. I always get a kick out of it. The three spires. And we're just going over the Nipigon River that flows into Lake Superior. Hello folks, we're just going through Thunder Bay right now, and we're about an hour and a half from Grand Marais. It's gotten kind of hazy though with the thunderstorms trying to move in. I think there's a lot of haze and not a very clear skies. A lot of dramatic bluffs, cliffs around Thunder Bay. You can see some of them right now, but well, here we got a little bit more of the terrain out in this neck of the woods. Just going over the, can't remember the name of the river, but it's the primary river that flows through Thunder Bay. Have some sweet clover budding out there, pretty field. Bluff on the horizon there. Green fields. All right, we're coming up on the border here, just so you get an idea what it is like to go across. Every time I've gone, it's been different. Maybe that's the purpose. Good.
Where you coming from?
Long Lake, Ontario.
Where's home for you?
White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Anything back with you?
Not a thing, except what I took up.
How long were you up?
18 days.
Welcome home.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yep.
Border terrain as we come into Minnesota. That's where we are right now. Good old Minnesota. Good to be back in the state, in the home country. Approaching Grand Marais, our destination for the day. First leg driving home, second leg tomorrow into White Bear Lake. Planning to go out for dinner with sailing friends from Grand Marais. Enjoy the evening. And we'll get a few shots here as we approach Grand Marais, the city, and the harbor. Part of the lake shore just northeast of the city. Another shot. Should be able to see the harbor from here. Yeah, just in the distance there on the left. And the top of the Sawtooth Mountains in the distance. Off in the left, I don't know if that's in the screen, but that's 5 Mile Rock. Looks like a nice afternoon. And I made good time. I'll be getting in there, well, it's 3:30 right now, just outside town, so we did pretty good. Of course, that's 4:30 Eastern time, or gained an hour in this way, so that was a benefit. Well, we'll pull off here and get some gas. I usually fill up going up and fill up coming back. To the parking spot by the church. Right by the courthouse. Looks like they redid all the streets in this area. Looks like my parking spot's been saved. There by this side is the church. There's the brown building on the right. Park right here on the street. Kind of been using this spot several times now. We made it, folks. We made good time. Got out earlier than I had planned. Got in here earlier than I planned. So we're moving our dinner time up from 5:30 to 5 p.m. and it looks like there's a little group that's going to show up. I'll maybe check in later or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Good morning, folks. We're on our last leg of our journey from Grand Marais to White Bear Lake. Hopefully the traffic won't be too bad, even though it's after a holiday weekend. Grand Marais Harbor. A little bit of cloud cover off to the southwest. Traffic's slow in town this morning, so I hope it stays that way on the way back. Slept pretty good, but it was a short night. I got up at 4 something. I suppose I'm used to the Eastern time, so I woke up according to Eastern time, not Central. So it was like 4:10 or something like that. I can't remember exact time, but I feel rested, slept soundly, didn't have any mosquitoes, which was a pleasant surprise. Being able to sleep without being harassed all night long. So we'll head down the road. Hopefully we'll be into town before noon, if all goes well. Look out on the lake. Looks like a little fog out there in the distance. Another bright day, a little bit of high thin clouds, but not affecting the sunshine much. Morning. Sawtooth Mountains off in the distance. Just a little bit southwest of Grand Marais. Cascade Lodge restaurant. Supposed to be a good place to eat these days. I haven't been there for a long time. But yeah, we're just west of Silver Bay. I should say northeast of Silver Bay. Keep on trucking. We got 60 miles to Duluth. That's where we pick up the interstate. So far, traffic has been very light. I've had nobody try to pass me, and I'm not driving as fast as the speed limit a lot of times. And I think I only have one vehicle behind me now. It's a good thing. Just coming into Beaver Bay. Small town. Pretty much a gas stop along the way here. Beautiful rock formations along in here. We're just northeast of Two Harbors. Gooseberry Falls, as you can see. And coming up pretty soon on Silver Creek Cliff Tunnel. I'm sorry, this is not Silver Creek. This is the other one. I was thinking the reverse order. Forgot Silver Creek Cliff Tunnel would be coming up. See the fog there in the tops of the trees. Beautiful tunnel. I like this one here. It's ever since they built it, it's really been my favorite along the North Shore. The lake out there looks like a little fog still laying low on the lake. Just coming into Duluth, east side of Duluth, and we'll pick up the interstate here in a few minutes. Just picking up the interstate now. You can see a ship out there in the harbor. Kind of a hazy day today. Off to the left, you might be able to see the lift bridge entry to where most of the shipping comes into the harbor. Well, folks, it's coming to a close. 18-day trip on the water up at Long Lake. Launched out of Long Lake, Ontario, and now I'm just approaching White Bear Lake. 2 days on the road going up, 2 days on the road coming back. Overnights in Grand Marais, both directions. Trip went well. It was a very successful trip, very enjoyable, good weather, really overall. Accomplished what I set out to do. So it's good to be home. Always good to get back home again and start getting ready for another trip. I'm hoping to go to Temagami in the fall. That's over in eastern Ontario, about 830 miles east of the Twin City area, right near the Quebec border. So that's the initial plan. I haven't firmed that up, but that would be sometime in September. I haven't set the dates or the destination. That is not given yet, but it's the current plan. Stand by. We'll give you more information as I know it. Either that, or you will see me on a video camera again here in not too long a future. There's the White Bear Lake Tower, for the water tower, which marks my exit as well on Highway 96 to get off the freeway. I'm home sweet home. Glad to be here, and we'll see you guys on the next trip.